Hey friends, so if you have a pulse, but especially if you're a mom and you need a quick day 2 hairstyle inspiration, this tutorial is for you. So if this is your first time watching a tutorial of mine, my name is Jen Hunter. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I've been in the industry for about 7 years and I hate washing my hair. That's not true. I love washing my hair. This doesn't make me look good. I really don't love blow drying and styling my hair if it takes longer than 10 minutes a day. So these are a lot of styles that I will kind of gravitate to if I'm having one of those quick days, or if I washed my hair the day before and I'm working on getting that hairstyle or that blowout to last me the next 3 days. Rule number 1 is to go to bed with dry shampoo in your hair. And if you haven't watched my dry shampoo basics video, jump over and watch that first. Yesterday was hair washing day, blew my hair dry, styled it for work, went to bed, but not before putting dry shampoo in my hair. Woke up this morning and just brushed my hair. I did nothing else to my hair this morning. In fact, I think I went to the grocery store this morning without even brushing it. These are curls from yesterday, and so I'm gonna show you how you can take yesterday's hair and style it. The first style I'm gonna show you is basic top knot, and this is for some people don't like it. It took me a while to get into it because I just kind of saw it and I was like, what? Okay. I tried it a few times and I actually got a whole bunch of compliments on my hair, and so I bring you the top knot tutorial. The first time I tried doing this, I was like, okay, it looks like they don't pull up like all of their hair, they only pull up some. And then I tried to use my thick hair tie and like tie in this like weird, and then I just got this kind of like floppy mess. It didn't look good. I've finally figured out a way that helps a lot with styling. So if you have hair like mine, now if you have really thick hair, chances are that doing it with a hair tie is actually probably a lot easier because that's what can hold your hair. I do not have super thick hair. I have a lot of really fine hair. What I have found to be super helpful with doing the top knot is basically you're gonna section off wherever you feel comfortable. I have found that for me, it's best like right in my little wisdom spots in order. I don't know if it accentuates them more or not, but I go right back to like the top of my crown. You section that, and you can use your fingers or you can use a brush. My hair's feeling a little bit more tangled, so I'm gonna use a brush. And then what I end up doing is, so I take my 2 fingers behind the chunk of hair and my thumb in the front, and I twist it almost as if I'm going to tie a knot, but not completely. Top knot. So I'm going to pull that little bit through, but I'm not going to pull it the whole way through. I don't know if you can see, it's just a little bit of a loop. And then kind of adjust it to where you want it on that scalp. And you'll see I have a little tail right here, but you're just going to fasten it like that. Nothing else. Just stick a bobby pin in there, and then stick a bobby pin in to cross and fasten it. And then, so that's probably a little bit tighter than I would wear. So I'm just gonna tug just slightly. Don't tear your hair, don't tug too hard on that to make it a little bit more relaxed. If you have little wings, you can twist them under, shove them in, fluff up, and hairspray as you need. And there's your top knot. The next style I'm going to show you can be paired with a top knot or can be put up into a messy bun. So this is going to be a little bit harder for those of you who don't braid on a regular basis, but you're going to section just that front bang section. If you have bangs, you're going to section them out and start right behind it. And then we're going to do a mohawk braid. So divide those 3 pieces. Sorry if you can hear my bench squeak. Scoop down a little bit. 3 sections. You're going to take the one on your left and switch it under and in between the other 2. And then you're going to take the one on the right and switch it under in between those 2. That's the beginning of your Dutch braid. Then you're going to do the exact same thing. Take the left and switch it under the other two and in between, but you're going to gather from next to and kind of behind that first section. So we're not going to go past this kind of mohawk area. So we're going to pull that underneath and in between these two. Switch, and I like to pinch these with my index and middle finger. These two fingers. Grab it with that, and then same thing. So from the right, going under and in between the other two. And then we're going to grab from the same kind of area behind and gather that in. And I'm clamping that, I don't know if you can see it, with my thumb. This is going to take some practice. So then I'm holding onto this with my index finger and switching this one under and in between those two and gathering another spot. Now, you're gonna have to build up some stamina because your arms are gonna get tired. Try to keep this as close to your head and as tight as possible, even if you don't want the style to be tight. So I'm just twisting and putting it in between those two, then gathering and putting it with that other piece. Even if you don't want this style to be tight, you need to start out doing the braid tight. Otherwise it's going to fall out by the time you fasten it. So gathering and putting that in between the thumb and the index finger, and then grabbing with the index finger and the middle finger. So you have your Dutch braid mohawk the whole way back. Now, you can do a little top knot. Now we're going to pancake. Pancaking is kind of like undoing a shoelace. So when you untie your shoes, you don't start at the front, you start at the back. So you're gonna just tug on this little piece of hair a little bit, and then tug on the other side. And then that will give you some hair to pull from when you go to the next one. And go the whole way down one side, and then go the whole way down the other. My hair is dark now, so you can't really see that well, and my lighting is just wonderful. And then just pancake to your liking. You might want it tighter, you might want it looser. What I like to do is do this on days that I am working out and gather everything else up with it. And then you can pancake it a little bit more. Just take a bobby pin and hide it underneath the braid, but just kind of flatten that part down a little bit. And it just disappears. And there you go. Mohawk braid. Nice thing about the mohawk braid is that you can actually also take it and just gather the hair this way and do a Dutch braid to the side as well, using those same techniques. Basically gather in the direction that you want your braid to go. Next I want to show you a fishtail braid. Now this looks a lot more intimidating than it actually is, because instead of braiding with 3 pieces, you're actually only using 2. Fluff up your hair a little bit so it doesn't get flat up against your head. But then you're going to section your hair around the middle of your head or around your temples. Once you have that section of hair, you're going to divide it in half, like so. All you have to do for a fishtail braid is grab a piece from the outside of one side of the head and pull it to the other side, like so. And then do the opposite side, like that. You can continue to keep going, but on this one, you're going to grab a piece of hair to go with it. And then same to the other side. Continue these steps alternating from side to side the whole way down your head until all of the hair is gathered into the braid. Once we have gotten, once we get it right around here to where it's basically a free hanging braid, all you have to do is basically grab this piece and pull it to this side. Grab this piece and pull it to this side. And I'm just taking my index finger underneath this hair and making my own section and continuing the braid as long as I want it to be. Once you've reached the end there, I just fasten it with my hair tie. And then you're going to pancake it. This time you're going to start from the bottom. Part. And I like to leave some pieces falling down. And you can make it as loose or as tight as you want. So I've taught you the Dutch braid, but I haven't taught you just the normal French braid in a way that doesn't make you look like homeschooling. For that, we're just going to braid these ones to the side, but you can go whichever direction. You can do your whole head, you can do just a little bit. I'm going to take a section that's basically what would be my bangs, and I'm going to divide that section into 3. So taking 2 of my fingers and dividing it into 3. Pinch and lay with the middle finger for the first 2 pieces. Pinch and lay. So that was the second one. Now the third one, it's coming from underneath, as you can see. I'm going to gather hair and add it when I lay it and pinch it with my middle finger. So lay it and add. Lay it and add. Now, I don't have hair here, so I kind of stop gathering from underneath and keep adding from the top. If you do have a round hairline, you can keep gathering. And then I continue with the normal braid without gathering. I cannot express how much pancaking makes a difference with how you style your braid. So right now I just have a tight little French braid, or tight little braid, but just tugging on those pieces makes the braid, takes the braid to a whole new level. Makes the braid, takes the braid. And you can kind of tug on this, and then you can fasten that and leave it lay. You can pull it back with other pieces of hair. The last one, and this is usually my go-to just because it's easy. I usually just end up pulling my hair in a ponytail, fastening it with a hair tie, and then fluffing up this with some hairspray, gathering these guys and tugging. And just remember, all of this is going to take practice. So on the days that it doesn't work out and it gets to be just a little bit overwhelming, grab your favorite hat. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please feel free to comment below, like and subscribe, share this video with your friends, and check out some of my other videos too.